Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friend, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning, and good morning. Hope you're ready for this day. I know I am. I was thinking this morning about what does it mean to wake up on purpose, and realizing that it just means that you have intentions set for your day. I think a lot of people wake up on purpose, but they wake up in chaos. When they wake up, they get up and they're running all around, and they're trying to get the kids out the door, and they're waking up late, or they're running to. But it's kind of nice to just wake up on, I'm going to set exactly my intentions for today. And we're going to start out today with breathing. And so hopefully you're ready for some breathing. I am. Settle ourselves down. That's how we're starting our day. Big deep breath in. Just belly rest. Filling up your body with oxygen. Body's craving. Just excited. Amazing what you can get done with this spring. Say it out. Make it happen. All right, grab your first glass of water. Let us move into our devotional today. Cool. All right. I'm going to put this up so you can see it. All right. We are on day 34. And the title today, or what we're calling, is When Love Costs You Something. Greater love has no one than this. Greater love has no one than this. This is coming from John 15:13. And God, prepare my heart for love sacrificially. The truth is, Bonhoeffer reminds us that love often costs comfort. Love might cost doing some of the things that you wanted to do by yourself today. And, I talk to people all the time that are single, that love being single. And they say because they don't have to care for somebody else. And I think when they've told me that, I'm like, what? How is that? How is that fulfilling? I just don't understand that, when I'm willing to sacrifice some comfort. When, the other day, my wife's ankle was hurting, and she asked me to go get her some ice. And when I went and did go get her some ice, I got these little ice pack things that we have that we keep in the freezer. And I just I didn't really feel like it. And I just I went and got them, and I set them down and put them on the side of her ankle. And then I just kind of walked away. And, went and got her pillow so she could prop up her ankle. Then the next day she had told me, well, it would have been nice if you would have taken care of me, because that's what I asked you to do. I didn't ask you just to go get ice. I asked you to take care of me. And then I thought about it. Yeah, that's what I should have done. I should have put the ice, things on there and wrapped it up and kind of made it on there, and did a better job of at least acting like I wasn't enjoying making that sacrifice and costing a little comfort. Someone rearranged their life to support another. It wasn't convenient, but it was transformative. What have you done in a big way, in a big time? Like, have you moved across country to support another person? Have you gone out of your way? Have you got up in the morning? Have you helped somebody move? I have a truck, and I can remember in the days I've always had a truck, that how many times I've helped people move because you have a truck. And sometimes it's just, hey, because I love on you. I'm not asking you for no money. I'm not asking you to give me anything. I'm glad I'm too old now to really go and help someone. Nobody's asking me to help them move. Now he's asked to borrow the truck. Hey, knock yourself out, right? I remember choosing love when it required sacrifice, time, energy, comfort. At the moment, I felt heavy. It's like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. But later, I could see how that cost shape both my character and the relationship. Love, because more than a feeling, it becomes obedience. God has called us to love. God has called us to reach out. God has called us to be in community. And I say it every single day. You, what do I say every day? Are the answer to somebody else's prayer. And as an answer to somebody else's prayer, you got to make sure that you are, I don't see it as a sacrifice anymore. Somebody said, well, you have to sacrifice in order to love somebody. Really? I think you just do it because it's the right thing to do. And you actually feel so much better after doing it. Love that costs nothing changes little. It should cost you a little bit. And hopefully on the reciprocal side, you're receiving that love based on, we'll talk about someday the 5 love languages as part of our devotional. And whether it's acts of service or quality time or physical touch or words of affirmation or gifts, however you're communicating in love to those folks, it's not a sacrifice, it's a gift. So, invitation today, what is love asking you to sacrifice today? What is love asking you to sacrifice today? Maybe it's writing a note and just putting it on the mirror. It's not a big sacrifice, right? Like I said, it's not really sacrifice to me. Practice, say yes where love requires effort today. If it requires a little bit of effort, if it's writing down, what were you going to do anyways if you're writing down on a card and sending it out to somebody? What were you going to do during those 5 minutes that you'll never get back in life? There's so many times that I'm scrolling on a video, every now and then, because I don't want to do a lot of social media and scrolling on videos. And then I ask myself, can I please have my 5 minutes back? Because I want that time back so I could do something else that communicates love to somebody else. So the short prayer is, Jesus, help me love beyond convenience. It's a simple prayer. Help me love beyond convenience. Amen. And the blessing, may sacrificial love, my sacrificial love deepen your faith. May your deciding to love and taking the effort to do it deepen your faith. All right, let's jump right back into some more breathing. We'll remove this for a second and we're going to do the put your hand on your chest and your hand on your belly and fill up. It fills up, we're going to breathe out. 15 today. Right in from the nose, out with the mouth. Some air closer to our brain. Five more. In the nose. One big last one. Man, that loosened up some stuff in my chest, and my nose, and my throat. Just hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Knowing your body is so happy that you drink water first. Hydrate before caffeinating, and hydrate before you do anything else. Any sugar drinks, any monster drinks, any Diet Coke, like some people do. Oh, your body is so happy that you did that. I promise you that. All right. So let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude journal today. I'm going to read mine. You're writing down some, at least write down 5, 10 things that you're thankful for. What I talk about helps you think through what you're thankful for and write it down. If it sparks something in you, then go ahead and write it down. So day 34 on Life Note. Thank you, God, that I woke up today, that I recognize the day as a gift, not as something to assume. Thank you for my body and for the many systems that are working together in order and balance. Thank you for my heart beating faithfully, my lungs recording breath, my brain processing with clarity, my nervous system regulating, and my cells renewing in ways I obviously cannot see. I thank you for helping me grow in awareness of my health. Thank you for giving me and guiding me to pay attention to my energy, my pace, and the need for rest. I am grateful that my body continues to respond as I care for it with intention, patience, and discipline. I thank you for my family, my wife, my children, my parents, my in-laws, and the rest of the family, and for the role I play in grounding my life. Thank you for the responsibility and privilege of the present and the dependable and being dependable and consistent for them. Thank you for helping me be more intentional in my relationships. Thank you for guiding me to listen without rushing, speak with clarity. Down a little bit. Speak with clarity. Thank you for guiding me. Listen without rushing, speak with clarity, and respond with understanding. I'm grateful for every person connected to my life, the growth that continues through relationship. I thank you for my provision in my life. Thank you for the food that nourishes me, the home that brings me peace, transportation that allows me freedom of movement, and the safety that allows me to rest. Thank you for the new battery that I was able to put in the truck after the other one died, that now there's energy in it and it can turn on and go. Thank you for meeting my needs in both visible and unseen ways. Thank you for guiding me to recognize provision as care and faithfulness and not something to overlook or to take for granted. I thank you for my finances. I'm grateful for the financial provision and the opportunity. Thank you for the income resources and the ability to manage finances responsibly. Thank you for having money to go buy the battery that energized the truck that had a dead battery yesterday. And thank you for helping me remain disciplined throughout and disciplined, thoughtful, and patient with my money. Thank you for guiding my financial decisions so they align with stewardship, responsibility, and long-term vision that supports my family and my community. I am thankful that I get to live with purpose today. Thank you that my life experiences consistency and obedience continue to help others, and they continue to help others become who you created them to be. And thank you for letting me be able to be part of that life. I thank you for the meeting that we had for the speakers yesterday, that we were able to just pour into them. I thank you for the connection that we did on Sunday. I thank you for the podcast that I'm able to do. All the things that are reaching out to love on other people and hopefully help them become that person. Thank you for guiding me to recognize where my presence, my leadership, and my example matter. I am grateful that my life continues to carry meaning and impact beyond myself. Thank you for this day and for the continued work you are doing in and through my life. Amen, amen. All right, let's jump into our affirmations. And so we'll put these up. I'll put them on stage here. Here we go. Let me just put this a little bit on the affirmations, right? I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the future my person. I am becoming the person my future requires. I am not becoming the future. I am becoming the person my future requires. All right. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent. I'm not perfect. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. Go back. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. That's why I'm not starting that puzzle, because I finish what I start. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I choose discipline as an act of self respect. I choose discipline as an act of self respect. I choose discipline as an act of self respect. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I speak life into myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. As God has already placed me and is providing me with everything that I need for what He has called me to do. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose, to fulfill my purpose. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because I know God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. So I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. And I'm counting it. See, I'm counting it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and fulfill His purpose in me and through me. Oh, that's so wonderful. So let's think about our word for today. I believe the word for today is going to be forgiveness. So the word for today is going to be forgiveness. All right, when we think about the meaning of forgiveness, let me jump on the different my forgiveness, my words, so I'm even turn it down. So forgiveness isn't approval, it's release. Forgiveness isn't approval, it's release. It isn't forgetting, it's just releasing what is bottled up inside of you for that now you can move on forward compared to what the other person. I've asked people, you need to forgive me. I don't need to forgive you, but I want to forgive you because it's going to help me. It's not what it is for you. Sometimes when I ask for forgiveness, I say, will you please forgive me for what I've done? And I cannot have the expectation that they will. They don't have to. My expectation when I'm asking for forgiveness is one to release for me. It's not getting that approval from them to say, yes, I'm doing it. It's saying it's releasing for me. So it works on both ways. Forgiveness frees the person holding it more than the person receiving it. It creates room for peace where resentment once lived. So if I'm forgiving somebody, right, I'm releasing. And if I'm asking for forgiveness, I'm releasing. But the expectation can't be on controlling others. And that's the key in forgiveness. The only person who is guaranteed that he will forgive you no matter what it is God. And when you ask him for forgiveness, it's gone. But for people that are on earth that are flawed, like we all are, it might take a while. If the offense that you offended somebody might hurt, it might hurt so deep that they're not ready to release that yet. And it's not up to you to make them do that for you. I asked you for forgiveness. Well, that doesn't mean I did it. And they're not. And remember, you're not asking them to forget. Whole different word, because they're not going to forget, especially the more offenses that you've put onto somebody. They don't ever have to forget, but it would be great if they forgave. And for you, when somebody asks you forgiveness, I'm asking you now that you forgive that, release it so that you can move on. There was a time that I replayed an old hurt over and over, thinking it kept me protected. It didn't. It kept me stuck. Forgiveness didn't excuse what happened, but it released me from carrying it forward. I'm done with that. And once you've done that, the act of forgiveness, and truly done that, man, you can hardly even remember what the offense was years later. I think you don't have to forget, but why hold on to it? It's so easy not to once you said, hey, I release that. Now, that doesn't mean that you got to hang out with the person in all the cases. I mean, if it's like your spouse, I guess you need to forget and, forgive. But if it's some kind of distant thing that happened that somebody just you don't have to interact in their life. You forgive them and you move on and you move to the next person. Somebody told me the other day that 99% of the people or 98% of the people, whatever the percentage, I think people just make up percentages all the time, but they told me that percentage. But it's a super high percentage of people that you are interacting today will not be the same people that you're interacting with in 5 years. I mean, I guess if you get the same job with the same people for 5 years, but they move on and out. And you think about my relationship, so you go through your phone. It's kind of doing it the other day. You go through your phone and you look at all the contacts that you have in there. How many of those people have you interacted in the 5 years? So when you think about forgiveness, right? I need to forgive. I move on, and in many cases, they won't even be part of your life anymore, and you've let that go. So today, when you make your connection by taking a step towards peace, that might be an apology on your end. Hey, I'm sorry. Will you please forgive me? Now, there's an end to that, right? I have to say this today. When you're making your apology, I am sorry. Will you please forgive me? What can I do to make you whole? That is the key piece in there that makes this transition so much easier. It's just not, I'm sorry, like our parents do when we're kids. Hey, just tell them you're sorry, I'm sorry. And then you just walk away. No, it's those three things. It's like, I am sorry, please forgive me. What can I do to make you whole? What can I do to make up for it? They might say nothing, or they might say, hey, I need you to stop, not talk to me for the next week. Whatever that is, honor that and do that. Now, if they say something silly like, I need you to give me $1 million, then I can't do that. I would love if there's something else I could do. But it's so important in that apology that you do that. Or just choose not to open an old wound. Like today, if there's something that's still hurting you and bothering you and you haven't been able to forget, then hey, maybe we can forget and just choose not to open that up. Not to say that last sarcastic remark to get your dig in when you're having that conversation. But you did this, but you did that, right? Hey, that goes a long way in forgiveness. So today, in your promise can be whatever you want it to be. I'm okay with whatever promise you make. But as a suggestion, release one offense instead of rehashing it or rehearsing it or whatever you're doing to it. Just release one offense. It's all over. I'm done. I forgive them. I'm out of here, right? So whatever that promise is, no matter what the promise is, once you first make the promise, it's in your mind. Now I want you to write down that promise. Right then I want you to say it out loud. And then because that just confirms or affirms that you're doing it. And then after that, I want you to make sure you do it before you go to bed today. Please keep writing these down. All right, today's word is forgiveness. Look forward to talking to you on that other part after that. All right. As we move into our song, don't forget that you are God's greatest gift, that He loves you today. Let Him love on you in ways that you can't even imagine. You are also an answer to somebody's prayer. Make sure that you have awareness around whatever that is, not that you are walking around saying, I'm the answer to your prayer. You're just aware that God is going to use you today to answer somebody else's prayer. We're going to go into the song that we do every single day, but I just want to remind you that you were born for greatness. You are God's greatest gift. And I thank you for going on this journey with me. Enjoy that. Let's just, as I sing this song, yesterday it almost made me cry because I'm thinking about what God has in store for me and my intentions today. All right. So put it up.
Yeah. Dr.B in the building. We're becoming the person now. Let's go. Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that were living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the podcast to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light. 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next level. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise. And the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
All right. Well, you guys have an amazing, awesome, just incredible, a wonderful, awesome, awestruck day today. Hey, don't forget your God's greatest gift. I want to make sure that I'm saying that for keep your promise today. Write it down, say it out loud, and then do it before you go to bed. Have an amazing, awesome day. Talk to you tomorrow.